Found out I got redshirted like January, so right when I got back to campus.
The mental side of my whole body went downhill.
From there, everything was mindset.
I kind of got complacent in season, going through the motions.
You know, there's two ways you can approach being a redshirted. You can be upset about it, or you can invest in yourself.
Pitches got a little bit better, and then like Ty said too, confidence went up because you're seeing better numbers.
Like, it's very rare you're gonna wake up one day and have it all figured out.
And then you get to college and competition goes up.
I really don't know. Like, I don't even know if I'd still be at Wilmington. Like, hey, you gotta get better. So at first, I was super hot-headed and egotistical, and I wanted to pitch last year really bad, and I thought, like, going into the season, I was deserving of more innings than my freshman year.
Yeah, so for him, he was heading into his second year at UNC Wilmington. The end of fall, knowing that maybe he didn't have the greatest fall, and ultimately got redshirted.
From there, everything was mindset at first. Like, the first month, I'd say I probably didn't progress too much because I was trying to find the fix right then. That way, before season, they'd be like, okay, we made a mistake.
You know, that could be tough for a lot of guys to hear, right? Like, you came from high school thinking that you're gonna be the next thing. Like, he ultimately decided, like, no, I'm gonna stick at UNCW, dive into my development, like I have a free year.
And then I kind of realized that, hey, like, there is no mistake here. Talked to Vic, I got a better understanding of what I needed to do. And from there, I just, like I said, started my development with everything.
When I started talking to Vic, one of the big things about me was I was an extension-based athlete.
Pretty lever-driven, tall, lanky guy, so he kind of throws from the clouds a little bit, so he creates some pretty good deception.
From the jump, Vic kind of told me that's kind of what we're going to have to change a little bit for you to throw harder. He kind of wanted to work out that extension and become more whippy.
The goal was get him to be more whippy down the mound. Like, that is literally a cue we've used with him. He wanted to throw heavy with the spine, get in a really extended position with the spine and just live there. For him, it was a lot of posture work, like understanding how to utilize the spine at the right time.
Because my hips weren't really rotating, everything just wasn't on time, so we kind of wanted to sync up the upper body. I wasn't really getting any true rotation in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat again with Ty. But my first thing that we had to kind of break as an old habit was flying down the mound. Like, my biggest thing I wanted to do was like lose the tension in my back leg, get it like hyperextend it in a way, and just really push away from the rubber. Vic told me, kind of taught me, you know, hey, like, you don't have to do that. You got to rotate first to be able to do that too. So.
Like, he was getting airborne between getting off the rubber and getting his, lead foot down. And that wasn't easy. Like, that was like this hurdle that we had to fight. Like, hey, like, let's really reel it in here. Like, let's stay connected to the ground. Let's learn how to use the ground.
I've made many progressions mechanically and velo-wise, but I'd say the biggest progression with Vic has been the mental side. When I wasn't pitching, I may have not been texting him as much, but he was sitting there checking in on me, just telling me all the positive feedback I needed to hear. Every time I stepped on the mound thinking, you're the best, you gotta think that way. If not, you're just gonna get eaten up by the game over and over and over.
Like Ty and I have said, the biggest thing he's helped us with is the mental side of everything. He does a good job at making everything really easy. If we have an issue, we think, just send us a text right back. Pretty short, precise, but like almost always the answer we need, and I don't even need to like ask a follow-up, I feel like.
So his transformation has been awesome because it's physical and mental, and kind of putting those two together, which has equaled his uptick in performance.
Probably about 8 months in, I'd say I started seeing an increase in average velo. Now I'm usually around 91 to 93.
For me, I mean, I was in the same boat as Ty, pretty much right there, like upper 80s, low 9s for the consistency. Like, I would grab a number like 2, 3 maybe every now and then, but that was about it. Biggest thing I found though is consistency and being able to control the velo.
Right now, 93, 95, touching 96, like, that's pretty exciting. Surprisingly, command improved, and I think it's just because he was more in control of his move down the mound, really connected and grounded in his delivery.
Truthfully, like, having the ability to text a coach, send video, and him give feedback to you, it's an amazing resource. Like, truthfully, you just be searching for all these cues and keys to throw harder. In the end, it probably won't help because you're not on a strict plan, and those things just don't work out like that.
I mean, I think it's just a true testament of how you approach your redshirt year. There's probably two options. Like, you can run from an opportunity to search for maybe a quick fix, but ultimately, he made the decision to invest in himself.
It's just consistency.
You got to be accountable and consistent every single day.
Yep, gotta have discipline. Tough stuff.